Bad habits I'm trying to fix.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia and today we're going to be talking about confidence. This is one of my most requested videos, but it's probably the video I'm most scared to film just because of the amount of pressure I put on myself to film it. I'm in no means a pro. I'm a 19-year-old girl who does videos in her room every day and does like Instagram photos by herself. Like, I'm not qualified to talk about this. But let's just get into it. A little disclaimer, I'm not going to be telling you guys in this video like just fake it till you make it, like it's okay, but I am going to be kind of tough on you guys because this is how I gained my confidence and this is how I remain confident even in like awkward situations. I feel like a lot of people have the wrong impression of being confident. I feel like you can only be confident if you're beautiful, if you're pretty, if you meet your standards of perfection, and that's not how it is at all. Confidence comes from the inside, and I feel like a lot of people forget to like know that. I feel like a lot of the time we forget what confidence really means, and when you think of confidence you think of like this beautiful girl who has like flawless skin and like a nice body and stuff like that, but that's not what confidence is. Confidence isn't beauty or your standard of beauty, it's just you. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, in order to be confident, you have to stop degrading yourself. I know you're gonna say it's a joke, that you don't actually mean those things that you say to yourself, but you're subconsciously thinking about it, and I know that because I was in the exact same position not too long ago. I grew up in a predominantly Caucasian community. I never really saw myself as beautiful, and I only imagined myself being truly confident when I would like reach this potential beauty. But the problem was the beauty I had in my head was this blonde hair, blue-eyed image that I could never be. And I constantly kept trying to change myself during middle school and high school because I wanted to be like the people I saw at my school. I wanted to be like the people who were popular. I wanted to be not Asian. I wanted to not be me. This doesn't just apply to being Asian. You don't have to be Asian to accept these confidence tips. But I remember there's this trend on TikTok recently, and it was like, I'm Filipina, but I'm not this Filipina. Or I wish I was Asian. And it was just like showing these picture perfect women, and it wasn't you. And that's literally like, that is why you're not confident, because you keep comparing yourself to something you'll never achieve. The biggest thing I did to be confident in my skin was just unfollowing people who did not look like me. And I know that seems kind of like rude, but it's just I kept comparing myself to these like beautiful white women, and I wasn't white, and I hated that. And I see myself doing this in the Asian culture too. I'll like follow a Hmong person like Sandy, and I'm like, why don't I look like her? And I'll start degrading myself again. So in order to stop doing that, I just cut that out of my life. If you look on my Instagram, I'm not really following any like famous people because I know myself, and I know that for my mental health, even if I like them, I can't do that because I will be comparing myself to them. I never really thought about this, but yesterday I went a whole day without doing TikTok, and that sounds so like self-centered, like, oh, you didn't make TikToks for an entire day, good for you. But it's just like, I did TikTok for like a living for a while. Like, I made my main source of income through making TikToks, and I would be constantly on the app 24/7 checking my statistics, checking my For You page, and yesterday I wasn't on it. And I got on it at the end of the night, and I felt so horrible about myself after scrolling through the For You page, just because I was just like, wow, I'm not them. And it was just like a weird realization to me that social media had such a huge impact on how I viewed myself. The biggest tip I can give you about being confident is to stop degrading yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people, because someone else's light does not take away from yours. And you should do whatever you have to do to stop comparing yourself. And for me, that was unfollowing like my idols, unfollowing people I really loved. But it's just like, I knew that following them would just hurt my mental health even more, so I just stopped doing it. And you need to do whatever you need to do to stop comparing yourself and stop degrading yourself. This also includes comments like, oh, I'm so ugly, ew, I'm so fat, like my boobs are so small. Like, you need to stop doing that. And you might say like it's a joke or it doesn't mean anything, but you are what you say you are. If you say you are not enough, all you will ever be is not enough. And that sounds so like, psychological of me to say, but it's true. You're only as much as you say you are. So if you say you're those things, you're going to become those things. Confidence is not being beautiful. Confidence is not having clear skin. It's not having certain features. Confidence comes from the inside of you. It comes from your personality. And if you're confident in your personality, and if you are confident in who you are as a person, then you will exude that. Confidence comes from accepting yourself and self-love. And I know you can do it. It's just very scary to do because I don't know, I hated myself for so long too. I was in the exact same position you are in. I used to binge watch these videos. I used to binge watch Tati Coakley. Oh my gosh, she's really good. I'll insert her channel somewhere here because her confidence videos really helped me and really inspired me. Another thing I want to touch on is when I went to high school, I felt like I was constantly putting up this front. I was constantly putting up this persona of this person I really wasn't, and I would come home and I would feel so drained and empty. And then I started doing social media. I started filming YouTube videos, I started posting Instagrams, and I was just being myself, and I didn't know that so many people would like me. I didn't know that I could make friends through social media, and it's just crazy because my closest friends now I've made through my Instagram, through my YouTube, and it's just mind-blowing that people actually liked me for me and not for the persona I put out to my high school friends. Literally, my whole life, I always tried to conform myself to this image of the people around me, but all I really needed to do was just be myself, and that's crazy to me. This video sounds so sappy, and it's like doesn't really sound like me, but it's true. And when you finally stop comparing yourself, when you finally stop degrading yourself, you will become so much happier. I put up a little Instagram questionnaire today asking you guys questions to ask me questions for this video, and someone asked, does confidence come and go? And confidence definitely comes and goes. Like, I'm telling you, even Ariana Grande feels like insecure sometimes. I know that seems like so hypocritical, like, oh, well then how can you be confident? But confidence does come and go, and it doesn't matter how you feel when you're insecure, it matters how you pick yourself back up after it. Someone else asked, how do you deal with hate comments and hate accounts? Oh, I've had my fair share of hate accounts and hate comments, and I think I put them in my 19 things I learned at 19 video, which is just a bunch of hate comments, but all you can do is ignore them. And that's easier said than done, but all you can really do is ignore them because hate comments, hate accounts only have power if you give them power. What I do is I just block them. Like, this is my Instagram, you don't gotta be on it. That's so mean. But really, hate comments only have power if you give them power. If you reply back to them, which you shouldn't do, but if you do reply back to them, they know they have your attention and they will keep hating on you. They will continue to just like bash on you because they know they have your attention, and that's the last thing you want to give them. Someone asked, on your bad days, how do you gain your confidence back? And something like this actually happened to me recently. I'm gonna have a little story time in here, but I DoorDash for fun, and while I was DoorDashing, it was like midday, it was like around noon, and someone catcalled me when I was picking up the food, and I felt so powerless. And I don't know what came over me because like I've been catcalled before, but it never irritated me that much. But he just said something to me that day and I just felt so powerless. Like I could do nothing. And I was just like, and I ran back to my car and I started crying, and I don't know why I felt like that because someone shouldn't affect me that much. But I remember going home that day and I was just like, he should not have power over how I feel. Like, sure, he catcalled me, but it doesn't affect who I am as a person. And he just saw me and he thought that I was an object and he thought that that was okay, but it's not, and I am more than what he just said. I don't know if that helped, but that's how I regain my confidence on bad days. I just remember who I am as a person, and I'm not whatever that person said I was, or I am not whatever I thought I was earlier that morning. I just remember that I am me, and that's all that matters, and I know who I am. I feel like this video is already really lengthy, so I'm gonna cut it right here, but I hope this one little tip I gave you helped you. I hope the questions I answered helped you too, And if you guys want a video on how to look confident, which is like a whole different scenario, because I'm learning like tips like that too, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if this has helped you even the slightest bit. Please give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Honestly, I was about to come on here with a full face of makeup and be like, I'm so confident.